biggest pushes, or actually the best benefit they have, is all about helping other people that say, hey, I have an idea for business. I'm in business. I want to take it to the next level. And then the businesses that say, you know what, I've taken it as far as I can go. I need some assistance. So there's about 40 of those people here in the desert and 13 around the country that are resources, and they're free. And they're people who want to volunteer and help you. Just come on in. And so the idea is anytime you need help, it's a great place to go. So Ron is here. He's in charge of workshops, but there are other mentors. So if you have any questions, please jump in and ask them to help. And they can talk about any topic. The reason we're here, Amy and I, we own a company called Swing Point Media, and we are really in the media business, and we have very focused things that when we work with clients, we take it from the ground up. In other words, an idea, original creation, all the way to ringing the cash register, we say. And we do that all online. And whether that's content creation, that's email marketing, that's advertising, all that stuff online. We do all of that, and it's really a done-for-you type of program. That's what we focus on. So email marketing is just one of those items. And we're going to talk about it today. And there's some things that we want to talk about when we talk about email marketing. And really just getting an idea says, how to maximize your efforts. So to get started, how many of you are actually using email right now to communicate, attract, or build a list of people? Good. Do me a favor. If you want, tell me again your first name.
Debbie.
Debbie. First of all, I want to also welcome the people that are watching online. I really appreciate y'all being here. If you have questions and you're online, Amy's on the computer. You can actually ask your questions, and Amy will funnel those to us. So it's a very interactive process. So do me a favor. Tell me how you're using the email process right now for your business.
I'm probably not your best example because I'm switching from being a therapist to being an entrepreneur, and I've been invisible for a very long time, and now I have a very small list. So,
cool. Yeah. One thing, there's a myth in there, and I need a big list to be effective. And boy, that's not true. I watched a program yesterday from a gentleman. I don't know if you ever heard of him. His name is Frank Kern. Frank Kern. He's a genius online. In fact, I tweeted, I said, God, Frank, is it just me or is this guy a genius? He really is. He doesn't do any salesy stuff. He just says, hey, you know what? I'm going to help you. This is what I do. He puts it right in front of you. And if you want to get involved, here it is. It's not going to be cheap. Here it is. And so he was doing a program that I was watching. I've seen for years now. But the small list myth is this. He was able to go out to a very cold market. They didn't know him. They didn't know his product. They didn't even know they needed what he had, right? And in a 30-day period, he generated an interest level of 589 people, okay? Out of those 589 people, only 11 people bought his product. But from that, he netted about $38,000, okay? So that was 500 people, but he did this that wasn't his list. He had to start from scratch. He had no one. So we talk about that a little bit with email marketing. So, boy, don't think, oh, geez, it's going to take forever. He did that in an instant. Like from hey, we're going to do it, to the way we're now ringing the register. So now, have you seen the therapy about changing businesses? No, I'm just kidding.
That's a good idea.
So,
every day.
Good. Now, you said
I wanted to know, since you mentioned you watched a program, did you watch it online? Did you watch it on the television? Where did you see it?
What was that thing? What do you call it? A television?
Yes,
oh, no.
Yes. I know you're Mr. Online.
Well, here's the cool thing is I watched it online, and here's one thing we need to remember, or maybe if we're not aware of, 61% of content we're consuming is now online. It's on demand. It's on our iPads, right? It's on our cell phones, or we're streaming it to Netflix onto our television. 61%. I thought that was alarming. So if you're saying, well, I'm going to put all my effort into TV, I'm not saying it won't work, but it's expensive and it's not as effective as it used to be. I will call that traditional marketing. Who else said they were using email to build their business or to do their business? I saw some hands go up. Now nobody's willing to raise their hand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have a unique situation.
Okay.
My market, my customers are big rig truck drivers.
Cool.
And every time I make a sale, one of the things I ask them for is I have to have their email. when I get a sale online off my website, I automatically get their email.
Right.
But, and they actually can't, it's difficult for them to buy online if they don't have an email. And the reason is the payment processing system wants to send a receipt and wants to verify. So then they have to call in, which they do, and that's not a problem for them because their customers do that. So a minimum of 50% of my customers, when I ask them for their email, they tell me two things. I don't use email. Well, you know, the wife kind of does that and I'm not really knowledgeable about it. So they don't use email.
Cool.
That's independent truck drivers.
Okay. Because they're getting the filters from you, right?
Right.
Right.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a business off of fleet managers that manage fleets of large numbers.
Okay.
They have email.
Cool. So that's just then your primary would be the fleet manager, secondary would actually be the end user.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm starting to work on that, and I have a GoDaddy website, and they're very helpful.
Good.
And we're just building that right now.
Okay.
And I have constant content.
Keep in mind there are some segments that we do, and I think it's real important if you're building a list or you want to communicate with the list. When we talk about Facebook or targeted advertising, boy, you need to attend that. If you can't attend it, do it online because it is so important. It's almost like if you're out on a beach, right? And if you lose something on the beach, what do you use if you lose something on the ground? It's metal. What device do we see? And we see these people out there all the time.
Metal detector.
Metal detector. So Facebook is almost like a metal detector. These online, it says, hey, there's no reason to pick that up because it's not our ideal piece, right? It doesn't just say, hey, it's a metal, it's a gold metal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now what happens is when we go out and we're trying to find these people, so like in your industry, it's like now no one gets to see what you're asking them to get involved with unless they meet the criteria. They're a fleet manager. They drive a truck, right? Then they see that. Then the information goes out. Unlike traditional advertising where it says, hey, we're just going to put it in the newspaper, we're going to put it on the radio, and it goes out to whoever's on there. And then hopefully something will get on someone.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot different. So if you get the opportunity, tune into one of our Facebook marketing. And if there's probably one at scorecv.org, there might be one on there because we do about 6 different types of presentations. That's one of them.
What's your website address?
Our address is swingpointmedia.tv or .com, either one. But the one where you'll see this is scorecv.org. Okay. So here's the thing, gosh, I don't know how to find these people to create emails. And there's another option when you do this, Steve, is something that I bet they all have is a cell phone.
They do, but once again, they don't use it like they use it as a phone, and that's it.
It's almost one of those, when my wife first got involved with, and I hope she's not, no, I knew she's a yoga, so she won't see this. So when she first started getting involved in technology, she used to scold me because I'd take my phone out at what she felt were inappropriate times. And I or emailing somebody. Now she uses the phone and her iPad more than I do, right? So it was understanding, geez, I didn't know that this one thing was actually like a Swiss Army knife and it had all these cool things to it, right? So if we can show them, and it's really creating some kind of how you use your business and not take you away from making money, and then you write a content or an article about that or make a short video. So it's amazing what you can do because now you're the resource and they'll start using it. So I didn't know I could do that, right?
One of the reasons why they don't do it is because they're driving.
Yeah, well, we don't want them to drive. I'm just put this on record. We don't want them to drive and text.
I have many of them who said, Steve, let me pull over and then we'll talk.
Good. Okay, cool. So anyway, so let's talk about how to maximize your efforts and profits. Now we're going to get right into this because this is a much more, hey, let's get together, let's make this work type of workshop. So let's get in groups of 3. Get in groups of 3. Yeah, we're going to have to touch and talk to other people today. Maybe not touch, but talk. I want you to list 5 ways you could generate revenue from a list of only 500 names and email addresses in your business. So let's get together and so you guys talk this out. Yes, get together and start.
Hi.
Okay.
Hello there.
So
3 of us?
Yeah.
Janelle, if you'll come up and or let me just put a chair right here.
I did. I went in.
Here, I'll just put it right here. We'll make it easy.
Will? Next month, start.
Good, we'll have it in front of you here.
Oh.
And then let's just talk, again, we're just
Okay,
saying,
I'll
hey,
tell you what I'm doing.
I'm
No
antisocial, I
website.
would have better alone.
You know, you have a lot of hits on the website. When I say a lot of
I'm
hits,
not.
I'm not like other companies that get
I'm used to it.
thousands. If anybody goes to my website, it's because it is
Well, I
the
was
truck
adjusting.
driver or the
Well,
meeting
yeah.
manager, so I'm not getting all kinds of people.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
kind of the
so
process right
5
now,
ways you
putting
can
on my
generate
pages,
money.
different
Not
pages
generate a
of the
list, you already
website.
have a list of 500.
Oh, we have the list.
You have
Oh,
a
I'm
list of
sorry.
500,
something.
yeah, you have a list of
That
500
says
names
register
and
for
email addresses. What are you gonna do in your specific space to generate
So
revenue? Because in the day,
But I'll have
you
it on
can't pay your
multiple
bills with the name and
pages,
email
not just one
address.
place or not just
but you can with
on the
revenue.
page
So
in my
what are you
order,
gonna
because
do on what
whatever
you're
page they're
focused on
ordering,
to make
it's only the
money?
people that order that can see it.
We'll call
I'm
it
just
click
having it on my
cash.
page.
I was gonna say
And
click
then
bank,
on
but
the
that's
other
where we've been
important
taking.
pages that they might
Okay.
go to.
5
And that's easy to
ideas.
find out because I get a report that tells me what pages they visited also. And it also tells me,
Yeah.
what
Right.
search terms
Must have some
they
kind
got
of
on the
product.
website.
Okay, so we're looking, you've got a list of 500 names already. What are the 5 things you can do? Say, if I have a name and email address, and they already said they know I can, because they give me the name and email address,
Well, what I
what
do,
5
I
ways
can't-
could I start today to ring the register?
So I would,
This is, hey, we're gonna make money.
to somebody else that.
Because there's no reason having all these names and email addresses, and we're not
with their
capitalizing
email,
on them knowing, liking, and trusting us.
You know, I was there so-and-so.
Well, I'm
Today, I
thinking in
think
terms of
really
process,
close
right now. I'm
together.
thinking in terms of how,
That's not
Susan,
generally
along the lines that you want to take care of your.
No, that's
you
true,
want to-
that's my problem.
Yeah, and is it ringing the register?
Yes.
Good, that's what we're
Well-
talking about. Hey, we're,
I don't know yet.
okay, so as an example, say, yeah, I have this program, and I'm offering it to my clients, great.
Right.
So it's an opportunity to sell product
Right.
online of existing or future product.
Right.
I recommend before you, if you have it, before you create the product and you have a list of 500 people, let's find out if they're even interested. We
Right.
see this as a big mistake. Hey, I gotta spend 2 or 3 months putting this together, and I put it out there, and all you hear is crickets. Nobody wanted what you thought they needed. I have a dear friend who did this. He spent 2 years in his life creating this product because he loved it, he knew it had. It's called Black Belt Golf. And I saw him this last week, and he said, you know, I made a big mistake. I said,
Well,
what's
let's
that?
go to Linda, because I think hers is exciting because she doesn't have a product, she has a service.
Exactly.
So what could you
But
give
you
away,
can-
maybe
you
a
have
list
500
of
names.
tips for
Maybe
email
part of that is
address?
to say, I'm gonna test and see if there's some
Like,
product.
how about
Does that make
10
sense?
Yeah.
best ways
I'll
you can
submit this.
network better at
There you go.
the chamber
If that's ringing the register.
or
Right.
something like that.
So 5 ideas.
Yeah.
So,
You teach them how to not make you shy.
Yeah.
so I've got-
We'll share.
So they send in
So I've
their
got
email
10
address
people
and you
that have
give them
smart
10.
Yeah, you did a star.
So maybe once a month, I can send out a smart
I
page.
do.
How we doing?
On the- on your
Remember, you already
surveys.
have 500 names.
Then there's
500 names. How
monthly
are
or
you
weekly
turning this into
newsletters.
cash?
Oh, turn that.
And
How are you
monthly,
turning cash?
weekly
You're
newsletters.
making revenue,
Oh,
right?
see, that's the thing,
Yeah.
is we already have it.
You're at
I
the, you're,
find
you have a
that-
storefront, you have a virtual storefront, you're at the register. What are you selling back there that they'll say, yeah, I wanna bring it up and buy it? What are you doing? How are you doing that?
Other
Give me 5
people's
ideas.
or other people's
So you could do like
activities.
Right.
For that, there's industry news. Now,
Couple more
I
minutes.
typically send out industry news all the time. I get
So you're taking care of your
I get information from probably 10 different sources of trucking news. When I see something really important,
And it could, they
I
could
pass it
also
along.
make money on it, like it becoming part of
but
their
that
brand
email list right now is only about 200.
with animation.
Discounts and specials,
They like animation.
then customer service follow-up or announcements.
Then if they want
Like,
more information.
if a
Yeah.
customer called us and said,
Raise money.
I have this particular thing that's going on with my filter activity, what do I do? And I could send that out.
Or exactly,
as
we have
information
things
as a
or
customer
anything.
service
Right.
follow-up.
But how would we, what are we gonna do to
Well, so
generate?
That's 6
getting
things.
some-
To get them, to-
Well,
like if you've got 500 customers, then how do you?
But you could do the back
No, I
end,
did.
you can carry that.
Today we're teaching at SCORE, and we're talking about, hey, how to make money with email marketing, and it's really for people to either A, have the experience or have no experience and no list. How do they build that? And it is
Well,
workshops
you're
that
doing-
support information about it. So let's talk to some of the people about what they're doing.
And you're giving them information on your type of business and how, you know, what's, from what you collected information and what, how best to
Exactly, when they go and they can get out of it.
get back the money.
So right now, they're in a
that
program where they're putting getting together in groups of threes, and they're trying to figure out the 5 best ways. If they have 500 names in their email,
And we have about
How
500
would they
names, because I have to
create
these names as many as I can.
what are you guys coming up with?
If you're not interested in trading that at this point.
I'm just saying maybe a blog,
And if they get
is sharing
into
some
the
information
conversation,
about some of the tips,
How many
tools that they use to,
And because they can't write it in that
how they
much.
create their business, how they work their business, and how they are delivering the product to the.
Are they,
Yeah.
are they, now I'm gonna push you a little bit. Are
Okay, question.
with a blog, are you making money or are you
So we
just
have
giving them
six,
content?
seven right
No, we're giving them
Tips,
content.
You gotta make money.
Newsletters.
This is like, you've got 7 days to make cash with this. How do you, you've got 500 names that are ready, willing, and able to open up their pocketbook to you, but you have to give them a compelling reason to do so. We're asking for just 5. Sometimes it only takes 1, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So what else besides the blog? What are you gonna do? Anything? Anything new?
They look like.
No, we're stopped.
You didn't say
That's
it,
okay.
Huh?
that you're teaching them how to
And then the
network.
newsletter.
Oh, yeah, I was saying, hello.
Solo sales minutes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're just teaching them how to
What are you
network,
using?
isn't getting
Getting your
Why
money.
isn't it your coach
Mailers?
for the day? You
Yeah.
don't have to go
Yeah,
to
we're
a
talking about
networking.
But she's
email.
not charging
Because you
them.
send some
Why would
mailers. What are these mailers gonna do?
What they
I
usually
think it's
do
about
is
time.
they
I wouldn't do
advertise
anything
for
for
one
free.
product, like
For
one
what?
service, and it just goes
I wouldn't
out.
do anything for free, so she wants, she
So
goes
we
with
call
them,
them
kind of
email
holds their hand
blasts. You
and
just
shows them how to
you
network.
just blast those out
Yeah.
for an offer.
Well, it's
Yeah, that's a
networking,
good
but
one.
it's
It
also
reminds me when we
connecting.
come out of this,
Based on
we're
all
gonna
my
talk about
years
this.
out
There's
here
a
and
specific
people like,
percentage
like
when you have a
helped.
warm market of how many people will
you know,
always say yes.
there's a, I built a trust
Yeah,
already
I'm
with them.
starting to.
So they,
Okay.
can, you know, do that.
All right, so let's get back into, let's turn back around.
All right, well, don't get frustrated. We don't have to. That's why we're here, to learn.
Okay, so this wasn't that easy, was it, or was it easy? No, it wasn't, was it? Sounds like Fuzzy Wuzzy had it, remember that?
Yeah, Fuzzy.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, Fuzzy
Yeah.
Wuzzy had a bear.
Okay.
Was Fuzzy Wuzzy? Okay, let's get back on track. So give me an idea, out of this group, give me one. Now remember, this is not generating my interest. This is getting me to take my wallet out of my pocket and get my credit card and say, I want to buy your service. It's generating cash. You already have 500 names, so give me one answer here, you guys.
I think Debbie's idea about solo emailers, email blasts.
Email
Because
blast.
then they either want it or they don't. You just reminded them, it's available, here's a deal on it, get it right now.
Okay, here's a percentage of this, gang. Some people say, well, yeah, I don't want to do that to my email people because it upsets them. Here's a statistic. When you have a warm audience, these are people know, like, and trust you. If you've already gotten names and email addresses, they at least at some point said, hey, I know, like, and trust Debbie, right? And if you do it not too often, let's say you did it once a month, the number is around 10% will always say yes. So if you had 500 names, what's 10% of that, Janelle? 50. So you had 50 sales. So now just do the math. Well, what am I selling?
Email marketing.
What if I'm selling a $100 service? How much is that? It's $5,000.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party. And you only had to get 10% of your business to say yes. But here's the other cool thing. What if you did it twice a month? Because the other 90%, 10% of those people will say yes. And also you're going, wow, that's pretty cool. I can make 10 grand a month, potentially, if I had a $100 product with only 500 names. Yeah, if you don't abuse them. I'm not saying that's all you send them, because we'll shut you off.
Right.
We own that space, right? It's not like your TV, when you turn it on, you're forced to watch those commercials if you're not fast forward, if you're live, right? So we'll turn you off. Remember that. Your customers own that space. Respect it. Okay, good. I like that. How about this group over here? What'd you guys come up with? Is that a
You're
sound
the
of a
target.
cricket? No.
No,
What do you guys come up
we
with?
were just dancing around it. We were talking about the blog, but then you sort of came over and blogged on my blog.
I read on a blog, okay.
But then I was talking about what I like to do is I love networking and I love connecting. And I still feel that that's a service that I can render to especially new people that don't know anybody in this valley. I have a service I can drag them around and introduce them to different people and stuff.
Are they gonna pay for it?
Yeah, I want to get paid for it.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
All right, so you can
Oh,
do that.
yeah.
Hey, you're new in the valley, or having trouble networking and creating new business? Cool, that's an offer that you could do.
Yeah,
Good, I like that.
thank
I was really scared. I thought we were going down some kind of windy path.
well, we
Get
caught
back
up, but I gave you a break.
Good. She was thinking on her feet. Janelle?
I would say that if you want to have those people attract additional ones, you could do a giveaway contest.
Yeah, a giveaway contest. Now, giveaway sounds like I'm not getting anything, am I? What am I getting if I do a giveaway?
You're having more of a relationship.
No,
No?
you're asking, it's a way of asking them to refer some of their friends, to.
Oh, I got you,
I mean,
okay.
you could, I would say you could also do like a buy one, get one free if they give you 5 referrals,
Okay, all right.
But I mean, if you just were to offer them, like have your friends or notify your friends, that they can get one of these, then it kind of
Okay.
enhances your database.
On that note, here's the thing. When you make a compelling offer and you're already talking to a group of 500 people who know, like, and trust you, here's the number, if you're not aware of this. On average, every one of those people have an average of 250 names in their email address. So if you make a compelling offer, the chances are their friends are what? Kind of like them, aren't they?
Yeah.
With similar interests, not all of them, but similar interests. What if only, let's say you had 500 names and you sent out a compelling thing that said, hey, you already know you love this, and this is what I want to say thank you. It's only for you and your invited friends. What if only 10 sent it out and forwarded it to their friends? How many emails is that? 500 times 10? That's 5,000 emails. Now let's do that. What if it was only, because it's not a warm market, but it is a referral, isn't it? I've referred, Linda, you should take a look at this. This is great. I love it. Because I would probably construct the email for them, wouldn't you? Yeah, so hey, you just have to click and say copy and paste or forward, whatever that is. But let's say it's only half of that, the 10%, which you only got 5%. Now, if you had 5,000 emails go out, 5% is how many emails? Or how many yeses? 250. Now do the math. What if you only give it, what if you said, okay, I did buy one, get one free, but I only made $10 net profit on that? Is that good or good? It's pretty good. 250 times 10 is $2,500 in sales. Whoops, what if I did it twice a month, but I offered something different? Or what if that was one of my things that said, hey, the first one I offer to my 500 people and I get that 10%. The next one is a referral and I get 5%. All of a sudden you're going, oh, I got a $7,500 potential income off of only 500 names. And Amy's looking at me going, Jeff, why are we doing this? I'm just kidding. Okay.
I'd like to make a suggestion that falls
Yes.
in line with it. Because they're truck drivers, they know other truck drivers. They're not sitting on their computer sending emails. So I'm going to try and incorporate this into my email program, but here's something that we do. When one truck driver tells another truck driver about the filters, he gets a $20 rebate on his original purchase.
Cool.
Cash.
Okay.
And the person he told gets a $15 discount. And all I have to do is say, remember to use my name. And then I just look them up on the computer. And I've given out thousands of dollars in $20 cash rebates. And that's a large portion of our business, is because one truck driver tells another truck driver. Now I want to incorporate that into the email the same way.
I have an idea for you. I'm going to ask you a question. You may not know the answer, but you should research this. On average, how many truck drivers are married and the spouse doesn't travel with them?
97 to 98%
Don't travel with them.
don't travel.
Cool. Out of that 97 or 98%, how many of them are probably taking care of the finances at home?
The same amount.
Cool. So what if you started communicating with them, because guess who is the most interested? The one driving the truck or the one writing the check at the end of the month?
The one driving the truck, or writing the check, right?
You bet. So all of a sudden I'm saying, hey, wait a minute, here's a place I can buy this lifetime filter, and if I prefer, I get $20 off. Wow, I'm going to do that. It's happening without him or her, whoever's driving, still doing their thing, right? So maybe that is a different avenue to go to, because I guarantee you those people are on email.
I've actually gotten some truck drivers that have gotten more rebates than what it costed for their filter.
Hello? Are they happy?
Oh, boy.
Campers. They're not only truck drivers, but they're campers.
Well, you can incorporate that into anything.
Yeah.
You bet.
Money, when it gets somebody, I send them cash in the mail, a $20 bill.
How cool is that? What day do you drop that off?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
That's right. What post
Because this is
office?
being recorded.
And then I follow up
In case
to find
it
out,
doesn't work.
if they got it.
Yeah. So let me ask you something, Janelle. This is something we all have. Whether you believe it or not, if you open up your shirt, and please don't, okay? If you open up your shirt, there's a big S on it. You all have superhuman powers, okay? As an example, and I'm going to use Janelle because we were just talking about it. Janelle, what skill set do you have that you could sell for, let's say, a white paper, like a short little article that you could sell to help people do what you do, like falling out of bed? What are you good at?
Information research.
Information researching. How about how to write your screenplay? How to write your book? How to write the first chapter of your book? How to get off the hump on getting the idea out of your head onto paper? Here's my white paper, and it's a 99-cent ebook. Right.
That's the side thing. My strong point is, like, if you call me and you want to find something on the internet, I'll find it for you.
Okay, good. So, but I'm just saying, if something, here's the thing. When you make something where you physically have to say, you know what, call me and it's a free consultation, you can only do so many of those, right? But if she has a thing on their survey to find out if you're the type of person who should be an entrepreneur, and because she's a therapist, she has that background, psychologically, is she an expert at that?
Absolutely.
You bet. So guess what? How about for $1, you take my free survey? You should be writing this down. Because if not, I'm going
He's going to charge you more than $1.
Find out if you exhibit the 10 key traits that successful entrepreneurs have. Take this test for $1. How many of those could she take without, or she could give? Unlimited, right? Because it's all digital. Then guess what? After that, are they in her email list? You betcha they are. But I'd start out with your 500. Wow, that's pretty cool. And make it shareable. So that's an idea. So find out what your superpower is. Networking, superpower, right? Superpower. What's your superpower? Come on, everybody has a
Come on,
superpower.
you have it.
No? Your superpower is reading minds. I'm feeling something in the back of my head. What do you love to do? If you had to get up, I like to talk to everybody. Okay, we'll leave you out then.
I thought she said she publishes a newspaper.
I know she does, but I wanted to ask you. Tell me what you do. Wrecking?
Writing.
Oh, writing. Right. Okay, so let me ask you something. Yeah. So when you write, what specifically do you write about that you could give other people tips, and it could be downloadable, sellable electronically, that you could sell that?
Nothing that can think of right now.
I know that, but if you could think of something right now, what would it be?
For other people nothing. I couldn't come up with any.
So what kind of things do you write about?
I write about various experiences that I've had in my life, things like that.
So could you
I
write?
write posts, for our website.
Yeah. So if you had something to say, discover how your experiences shape your life and determine your outcome. Would you like to know that? Because some people say, I don't know why I had this happen to me. What happened to me? And all of a sudden we wake up and say, you know what? All those past experiences make me who I am. And because of that, I now have a different superpower. It's actually coming into me. It's almost like shedding your skin. And finally, it's like that artichoke. You're peeling those layers off. You're going, this is the real heart of the matter. I'd like to know that, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what if you wrote about something like that? And again, it could be a little survey. right? Take this simple survey. It's only $1. Find out if you are really because your experiences, if you are really living up to your superpower. These are all electronic ideas that you can use, right?
That was
Okay.
very good.
I'm glad you guys came early so we could rehearse this. So, a local business. You have no list. Where do you begin? Now you don't have a list.
Oh, that's different.
Where do you begin? Ooh, it sounds like a break time for me.
Okay.
Let's get together. What are you gonna do to create a list? Give me 4 or 5 ideas. Get back together
back
again.
together
Let's get back
again?
together again.
Okay.
Let's do a little mind
Okay, that's a
melding.
little bit different.
Okay.
I have
Okay, there we go.
the easiest one ever.
Now you're trying to
Okay,
put together a list.
You just
Or
said
that's
the
it.
chamber.
Whatever you put that
Okay.
customer. that's
All
the
right,
treasure.
we'll go back to saying the chamber, like I said before, because I was confused. Now I know what I'm doing.
I was lost.
Now I've been found.
Facebook groups
Okay,
that are
so
in my
the
target
chamber
groups.
So in your case, social networking.
you can get involved with
But
notary,
when you start
you
asking
know,
numbers, it's daunting.
you can get involved with the
Probably,
nonprofits.
well, when you
Those are
write,
all customers,
where's your writing go to?
Go to your boat.
Go to mixers.
Go to mixers, I mean, anywhere you go, you work out at the gym,
Yes.
get to know people at the gym.
So at the end of the column, it's not your
That's
name,
what I
your
do.
events, does it have your, does it have your email address?
That's always having.
You could have a thing in there that says, subscribe to my
Okay.
design
So, I mean,
tips, or
that's
something
where
like.
people are,
Yeah,
or
it's
obviously
overall
around
deal.
where your
Of course.
business is. Yeah, I mean, if you wanna have flyers, you can hire somebody to
So,
go around and
ask
give
when
the
in front
flyers
of
to the
person.
the area and let
Yeah, I
them
guess
know,
we
we're
talk
here,
to
I'm a
them.
little barber shop now, and I'm here, and
Social media.
I have services
Have a
to.
special.
We have specials, for kids,
Find out.
and, or for adults, whatever, bring people
Some
in, and we'll give you a
And
discount or
after
something.
the
So just hire
There's a
somebody
person
to
that
go
talked to
around
that
and
has a degree
give
of,
them the
you know,
specials and bring them on in
and they'll get the
and,
email, they'll give it
and then
to
I'll build it, it always works.
If you have all
Person
these
one-on-one.
ideas, then.
So in your case, it would be called content
I didn't
credits.
say I was not
You created
successful.
some
Oh, I
content
thought
that's
you
either
were, you
physically
said that you, what your
and
business
something you
was doing.
physically
No,
read
I haven't been doing it right
Very
now,
good
I'm
point.
just regrouping and getting my
Every,
health back.
every time we do
I-
something
I-
different, maybe with music, maybe with animals, maybe
I'm
with
fine
aging.
right now.
It's
Oh,
just
no, I'm
a-
always successful.
I have a question
I
about
have
that,
successful
your idea
ideas.
here now, how's that gonna generate
I'm not
an
being
email?
told to write about so and so.
Well, because you're meeting people, and obviously you wanna have
What are you
conversations with them.
Email.
giving them to get their email?
You know what's interesting?
What are you giving them to get their email?
Well, you're giving them something with your phone number, your email address.
Banner
Yours,
ads,
but
you see all the
So
banner
what
ads.
I think Jeff's trying to
Considered
do is
advertising.
build
And Google
your
also does it where
database. So
And
what
this-
are you giving
all the search
them that
results,
they're
but in front of the
exchanging
search
with
results,
you the email?
the top
So
one or
like the
two
info
is where they
is
put their ads.
ethical bride.
And they make
Oh,
Think about
okay.
it has to be
like
so cool,
same
so
results in the
maybe
search,
it's,
except there's a line
enter your
and there's a
email
light
address here
colored
and
lettering that
download
says
this,
advertising or something like that.
coupon. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
I
You
see what
could-
you're saying,
Yeah, so
you're absolutely right.
cause I sound like you're trying to
But
get
you-
your
you
email address
put-
away, and I was like,
Yeah, so
No, I was,
little ad in there,
if I give mine
subscribe
away, I
to
wanna
my-
get, I get theirs too.
Yeah.
Harder
See
to
mine.
so think about things you're willing to give your email away for, cause I'm very particular who
and
gets
it's
my
gonna help
email address.
Yeah.
I'm sure
What
you
do you
guys are
think?
the
Harder or
same,
easier?
so it has to be like
Well, not
really
lately.
Down
good.
to-
Really good to get that information. So think about things
It's
you
okay, now
can
you're
drive
coming out.
them.
You're taking your visibility cloak off.
But
So
I think they
doing
think they're
that
looking at
means
it more that this is a
this
physical
month
building
you can
location.
create-
Yeah, I was thinking about a local
50 words.
business owner, it could be a physical building, it could be,
Written a
Right.
specific way.
and to have you get your customers to know you're there and your
And giving
services and
Google
everything, and then
$100.
you get them there, and then you say, well,
They're gonna charge you
I
5
would like
cents.
to put you on my email
They're gonna
list
charge you
because
a
I
penny
often
every time it comes
have
up.
specials,
So
and
that's
I'd like to talk to you about some of the new products that are out in the industry that are
What do you call
going
it?
But is
keep
that
your
enough
health
of a
care.
bribe to give your
10,000
email
impressions.
address away?
Well, come on in and I'll
Tell them
cut your
where
hair
you
for
want
free.
to go. So-
Well, and I'll have somebody there that pulls his shoes too.
Okay, so stay where you're at, stay where you're at, just turn around if you'd like, and let's talk about what you came up with. How would you, this group over here, Janelle, tell me what you came up with as a group. What would you do? You have no list. Where do you begin? And the reason we're talking about this list, gang, is here's the deal,
Are they stopping or what?
okay?
It's not from Google, it's from somebody.
Because this is very important, okay?
Okay.
I want this to be like that, the carrot and the stick. I want this to be the motivator and why you need a list. So when you walk out of this morning, there's not like this conversation here going, I don't need a list. You're thinking, when you walk in, you're going, if I plan to survive and thrive, I got no choice. I need a list, right? This is like you're playing Russian roulette, the wheel is spun, and you've got it right here. It's either do or die, right? That's it. So I want you to think of it from that standpoint. Janelle, what did you come up with, and how, if you were a local business owner, how would you begin to build a list? You have nothing.
Their suggestions were to go to the chambers of Rotaries, nonprofits.
And do what?
Well, you're
And
meeting,
you what?
you're
That's what she was
meeting
saying.
people and you're exchanging cards and you're getting email addresses and you're possibly gonna do some business together.
Now, I'm not saying that's a bad idea,
No, please.
but what I'm doing is I'm gonna give you a specific example.
Okay.
When I was doing real estate investing here in the desert, I used to drive and meet my agent, and we'd look at the house, I'd make a decision, do my research, and then put an offer in, right? Then one day I'm driving from my house, and I'm going to Indio at this point, and I live in La Quinta Cove, so I'm driving down the freeway, or about ready to get on the freeway, my phone rings, and it's my agent. She said, too late, somebody made an offer. I'm like, I thought you said this thing just came on. She said it did. And I said, well, wait a second, there's a better way to do this. Instead of me physically going there, I had to figure out a way to be there and control the action. So this is what I did. There's a little thing called subject to. I'm not trying to make it real estate agents or real estate investors, but I always put on offers. When I saw it come on, or she told me, I said, put an offer in and make it subject to inspection. And now I controlled it. So my offer went in there first. It was the right offer. It was always at full price cash.